end, but I didn't see it in losers.
He got knocked out by G-Dragon.
Oh, G-Dragon?
Yeah.
Wow, I wish I saw that match.
Oh,
sorry.
No, it's fine. Just less staggy for the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, got knocked out by G-Dragon.
Huh?
Never mind. Oh, so he didn't lose to G-Dragon.
He drank too much water.
Wait, he didn't lose? Or
Oh, he
dropped out.
Oh,
Okay,
he just dropped
okay.
out. So he didn't lose to G-Dragon. Anyway.
water?
Anyway,
Right,
moving on to the important things. Congratulations for your win.
Thank you.
That's what's important here right now. I realize I haven't been looking at the chat enough to see if they had any questions for you, but personally, one thing I wanted to talk to you about, and I don't know if I've had this conversation with you, so please remind me, when did you start playing Street Fighter in general? Like, what's your background with the game?
I started competing in 2009 with Street Fighter Vanilla.
Okay.
Street Fighter 4 Vanilla, but I was always an arcade kid growing up. So in middle school, I played in arcades like every day.
I remember this now. We did that. Yeah.
That's the real background, I think.
Just, getting that arcade experience playing someone really head-to-head. We could lose a lot. How high bracket? Sorry, I get distracted by
28 questions, man. I'm tired. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Now, of all the players here, I think you're the most you drink water, you do your thing, you sit there, you play your game, and I think it's a good way to mentality to play the game from. I'm
trying, man. Like, just trying to keep the inspiration up. Like, this is kind of like the break, everybody's break, I think, like when after EVO's over and stuff. So there haven't been a lot of big tournaments, but now they're starting to come up, like next month. So I'm trying to get back into gear and, still have fun with it.
My big speculation is, not my speculation. My question for you is also, what do you think really gave you the edge and what allowed you to win over Julio in that grand finals? I mean, I've speculated on some of the choices I saw you make that I liked, but what do you think really was instrumental?
I think. Wow, that's a really good question. I think that we've played a lot, and you can take a matchup in Street Fighter 4 like really far. You can make it like really, have a lot of strategies and counter strategies and whatnot, and really focus on one matchup a lot. And I feel like he did that for a while, and he was like just destroying me like a lot of tournaments. But now we're all kind of like focusing on so many players. Like we all have like somebody we're gunning for, right? Like I know who I want to be able to beat, and he's probably got the same thing. But we're not focusing really on beating each other. Like that's what I think. Like I'm not. I mean, I'm probably more focused on beating him than he is on beating me.
So he just hasn't sat down, not necessarily done his homework as much, but it's just not like he has other things on his mind as a whole.
I feel because I can see the little intricacies of the matchup. There's a few adjustments I think I made that I didn't do before. And Julio, I think as a player, I think he adjusts, when he adjusts really hard. But sometimes he doesn't adjust mid-match.
Micro? Okay, okay.
So micro adjustments kind of went in my favor, I feel. So, yeah.
By the way, for those of you guys that didn't hear on stream, this is our winner interview. Hoodaman just won the tournament. I think a good question on here that it's a good one to ask is why Honda, and just I think even a better way to say it is why did you first go to Honda and why do you still keep with them?
When I played in arcades, I always played Ken when I was a kid in every version of Street Fighter, but I always loved the charge characters. I thought Blanca and Honda were really cool. So when Street Fighter 4 came out, I just looked at everybody's design. I'm really into the design of the characters to choose who I like. And I went to Ken and I didn't like his design in this version. I liked his old Ken look from Street Fighter 2 and Alpha and stuff, but the way Ken looks in this game, I didn't really like it. The way Honda looks in this game,
and
I think
when you keep saying looks, you mean playstyle wise, or in terms of character design, how
it's more design and how how he hits the opponent, how the sounds that get made. I think Honda looks amazing in Street Fighter 4. They convert all his fat into muscle.
Yeah, it's just and he is the fatty six pack.
Yeah, exactly. And he moves. He's not like a heavy character that moves slow. He has actually average block speed. He walks the same speed as Ryu, Fei Long, and stuff. So for a big character, that looks really cool. And I always thought the 100 hand slap technique looked like a real big challenge to master. I really wanted to master that technique.
Okay. No, it seems like Stream Chat's not giving us any more good comments, but I really appreciate the insight. I know one thing I particularly loved about your match, it's something that you did in the past against Julio when you play. I think it's really important to assert against you in general, but with Honda particularly, is the jump back fierce. Or jump back roundhouse, depending on the range.
See, it's good that you mentioned that, because if we played that match a lot, he will start punishing it. I'll jump back and he'll just walk, and he'll trip guard me with the elbow into a fat combo. But it's we haven't played that matchup a lot, actually, recently. So those intricacies aren't there. And that's when Honda shines, in my opinion. When you don't have a solid strategy, a really advanced strategy, he can win. It's when you really dissect him that he gets kind of blown up. So
I definitely agree with you on that. No, I do agree with you. And actually, Stream actually just gave us 2 good questions here. And the first one that I'm actually really curious about is, what do you think about Street Fighter 5? And just, I mean, we haven't seen much about it, but what do you feel as a whole about just what's going on?
I'm really excited. Seriously, I dream about Street Fighter 5 and how I want it to look. And when they released the trailer, it's looks exactly how I wanted it to look.
When I saw just the way that obviously it's still, it's a test build, right?
Yes,
so there's so much they can come out. But even the noodle having the heads, it's like, oh, the noodle and the Chun-Li. They're still I like the playfulness still. But the fact that just how footsie based it looked, just the hit wise, everyone just it looks like they're really getting hits. Felt really great.
Yes, I agree. I like heavy hitting. What's up? Fuck this guy. Come on. Thank you, man. Thank you.
The other really big question that was actually streamed that I don't even know where to think. Where would you place Honda if you actually had to do tier list wise? I know tier list doesn't. I mean, we just saw Honda beat you, but where do you actually feel on a very perfection based level if each character was played perfectly?
I feel kind of bad saying this, but I feel right now Honda, if you played every matchup, the highest level is in the bottom 3. Bottom 3. I feel like he's down there with Dan and Hugo in the bottom 3. I feel like before the patch, DJ and DJ was down there. Now DJ is definitely not down there.
He's midish.
Yes, I agree 100% that he's a mid-tier character at this point. Everything could change still, I think. Still fresh patch.
Yeah.
Fresh patch. But Honda, he didn't get anything to bump him. And the other characters around him, like DJ, did. So I feel like he's sitting down there with Hugo and Dan. That's how I feel.
The other problem is Capcom is located here in NorCal. They probably saw oh wow, this man Hoodaman is winning on Honda. We can't buff him.
Okay, so about that, tournaments, it's really hard to base a tier list on tournament results unless everybody's playing at a really masterful level and they all know every matchup.
And because the character representation within a single tournament region is not high.
Exactly. And I'll give you an example. 2 weeks ago, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago when I was here, I got second. And I lost to Cubano Loco in finals. I didn't get punished for EX Headbutt until grand finals.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? So, you can't judge that because I wasn't being properly punished.
When people are playing the game, maximizing the game, then it doesn't matter.
Exactly, right? So that's what you got to look at. There was a tournament that happened in South Korea called the EAT Global Tournament where it was at the end of AE 2012. The top 8 was all Akuma, Fei Long, Cammy. Because those are all the masters of their characters.
Oh, right? I think I talked about top 5. I think I've actually done this with you before, but I think Cammy's still up there. I think Evil Ryu, people put in Yoon in there. I'm trying to remember. Buki.
Yes.
And then I can't remember my 5th one, but as soon as I say it, I'll be like, oh yeah, of course.
I think the 5th one's really hard, actually. I don't know.
I did Cammy. I said, okay, Cammy, Ibuki, Yoon, Evil Ryu. I have this talk all the time. Who am I forgetting? There's someone big.
I mean, Rose is arguable.
Rose.
Arguable. It's all arguable right now.
It is always. It always comes with just one really good player showing off a character such high potential that people are like, oh, he's better than we thought he was.
Exactly, right? So, I mean, I think at this point, if you have a powerful character, it means you cover the most matchups.
Real quick, I see Poison being put out there in the stream chat. I do not think Poison is top 5 character. Some of that Mike's putting out there. I think Poison's a better Shoto, quote unquote, and does very well versus Shotos. But people are figuring out how she operates as a whole, and she's definitely good, but she's not the top 5.
I agree. I think she was arguably in that area.
But people started figuring it out and being like, okay, oh wait, what changes in patch out that?
They nerfed her health. First of all,
also,
to 950.
Fixing her hurt box helped a lot.
They fixed her hurt box. I think with her hurt box and her 1,000 health, I feel like she was arguably top 5 previous to this patch.
I think the hurt box change was the really big thing.
Huge change. Right? You used to be able to only jab her once or twice, and then she could jab you back.
Sakura, you had to do super specific combos that were really hard to confirm.
Yes. Oh. Yeah. So they fixed that. You can put her in a corner and pretty much kill her now. So I think she's in the top 12, top 15, something like that.
All right. I actually have one last good question to end this interview, and thanks so much for doing this once again.
All good. Thank you, guys.
Oh, we have a grudge match, which you're more welcome to sit on if you want to talk to me about it.
Oh, I don't.
Is this
Chris King versus
Great Marcos?
Oh, yeah,
all
please,
right.
Please.
So,
yeah.
The last question to end this interview is, you going to be going to NCR?
I hope so.
You hope so.
Yes. There's a lot of stuff going on with me right now, like personal life stuff, so I I will come out to the things that I can come out to, but I can't really commit too far in advance. I am really trying to get out to final round.
Ooh.
Because it just so
What's
happens
final
I
round?
can
That's
get
very
out there.
soon. That's like
March 20th.
March 20th.
And I'm 50-50 on it right now. I'm still waiting on something. So, yeah, I want to go to NCR. I want to go to SCR and final round. And Northwest Majors, I already booked a ticket for. So those 4 on my radar, but, you know, anything can happen at this point.
It's
so
tournament season. Coming up.
Yeah, do it.
All right. So, guys, if you guys want to see some more Street Fighter action, we have a grudge match coming up for you. This is Kublanco versus Chris K.